Hello, my name is Kuldeep, and as we already studied the symmetric waveguide, so we are in, now I'm interested in this asymmetric waveguide. So how will we do it? So we start with this parameter section, and the similar things we are going to do it over here. So we are doing we are defining these parameters. So we have operating frequency, operating wavelength equals to 1550 nanometers. And we define the score refractive index and cladding refractive index equals to 2 and 1.7. So in this asymmetric waveguide, so refractive index of the both cladding region and the substrate region must be unequal. So and the thickness also must be unequal. So we need to define uh, separately these parameters in so we do this in this geometry section. So so as we define these parameters, we are going into geometry. Similar things are happening. Micrometer unit we have to choose. Then we start with rectangle one, which is corresponding to this core region. So we first define the core region. Similarly, we define this rectangular two, which is corresponding to cladding region. Now we need to take care of this thing, because as we are working on this asymmetric waveguide, so uh, substrate must have greater thickness than corresponding to this cover region and the core region. So we need to just slightly change the coordinates of this base region. So I just put -1 to do. So by doing this, I'll get this cladding is more thicker than this cover region and the core region, which is desired. So I just defined the layout. Now I'm going to define the properties of this layout of this different region using this material region. So we start with the core. So using this core region, first I mark this what where a core region. So core region is in the second domain, and similarly I define the value as I did in the symmetric waveguide. Then I go for this cladding. So the closed cladding, I just put this value of the region one, which is equals to 3, which is not showing the overriding value. So which means the third region will take automatically the value of this n cladding, which is corresponding to 1.7 value. And then this uh, material theory, which corresponding to region 1, which equals to a substrate. And I define the value refractive index of this region equals to 1.9 by manually entering the value, and you can choose it from by putting the into parameter section also. So as we define, we are done with this parameter and this layouts. So we are going interested in this solving this actual equation in three of the region. So I put this 1, 2, and 3 region, which is showing that I'm interested in it. And as you are working on this transverse electric field, so so I have to choose this out of the plane vector out of this three. And now I'm going to define the input vector and input port and output port, similarly that I just did in this symmetric waveguide section. So corresponding boundary for this input port excitation equals to 1, 3, and 5, and similar. And we need to port this name equals to 1. No, type of this port must be equals to numeric, and wave excitation at this port must be on, as we are defining it as a input port. Similarly, for second port, 8, 9, 10 corresponding to this output boundary. And we define the port name equals to 2. Type of this port must be equals to numeric, and wave excitation at this port must be off, because we are working on a unidirectional wave guide. So we are going into this boundary mode analysis. So what we did, boundary mode analysis is equals to same things. So we are using this effective mode index in the transform. Port number 1 is corresponding to boundary mode analysis first. We are working around this mode frequency, which is F node. And from this, we are again choosing the modes, number of modes, and searching for more around which we already work in the symmetric mode, which is equals to core. So we are interested in only in the core region. So we define N core in both of these boundary mode analysis. So as we done with this boundary mode analysis too, similarly, so just we need to change the port name, and then we go for this global mode equation, in which this same transcendental equation is solving by using uh, Newton-Raphson method, using iterative process, which required some initial value, which I defined k code divided by 2. So after calculating these value, alpha and k of 5 transcendental solution, these values calculated console calculate the further value like beta and effective index value by using these values, and put them uh, into corresponding table of these global equations. So in you can see there are global equations evaluations. So in global evaluation 2, it is corresponding to alpha and ky. So values of these are putting in, you can check it down from here, or like these are value I'm not putting because I'm not interested in these value. Yeah, I'm interested in only in the effective mode index and propagation constant. So you can, if you are interested, then you can put in this new table, so corresponding to this. So now you can see the values are going into this table number 2, which is corresponding to global evolution of 2. So in this global equation evaluation 3, our area of interest is here. So beta and n effective values are calculated by global number equation number 2, which goes into this table, global number table, this table 1. So so this is the table 1 in which our values are going. So as I have done factorize these parameters, so I will start, I'll show you how these parameters changing corresponding to this symmetric waveguide. So like, so in boundary mode analysis, I put this fundamental mode and then compute. So we'll see how things working in this asymmetric waveguide. So wakes up. Wait. So so as we see, this is corresponding to fundamental mode. This is surface float, and you can see within the, in a fundamental mode, even in a fundamental mode, um, slightly energy is leaking out. So you can see that as in from in this linear graph also, this graph is not returning the uh, most energy in this uh, core part. It is like, even in fundamental part, it is like leaking the energy. So we can see the yeah, propagation constant from here. So we have to just notice this propagation constant 7.96 in the fundamental mode. So we will see in this asymmetric mode, the propagation constant will decrease very rapidly, which shows me that as we further increase the number of modes, the corresponding energy will leak out very rapidly as the propagation constant delays decreasing very rapidly. So as we can increase this from this, I increase this value of this number of modes. So you will see how propagation constant and effective mode index value will goes decreasing. So earlier it was 7.96, and now it turns out you need to first go to global evaluation 3 and evaluate. So now it becomes 7.55. So within one iteration from 7.96 to 7.55, it is a huge change. And you can also see this from this surface plot also. So values are leaking out, and most of the energy is leaking out, and you can also observe it from this graph also. So, like this energy is leaking out in the cladding region, and now I have to increase the more value so that it will give you a proper idea about the things what is happening right now in this asymmetric waveguide. So as I'm interested in desired number of mode are 3, so you will see how things are changing rapidly. So you can see, so most of the energy is now confined in this cladding region. So in the symmetric waveguide, even we are only having confined mode equals to 2, that is equals to T0 and T1. So we have just left out only 2 confined mode, but in the symmetric waveguide we just touch the 5 or 6 confined mode. So as the effective index bit comes closer, and the thickness of the cladding region and thickness of the cladding region unequally, and the core thickness is very slightly, it is equal to 1.5 as compared to 1 point in this section. 1.5 is the thickness of this core region. So thick, this turns me a very small number of confined modes. So thickness, so number of modes is depend on the thickness of the core, and thickness of this unequal thickness of the cladding region, and slightly very close if value of this diffractive indexes. So now we are looking at this uh, propagation constant for this third mode. So 7.27 it is showing. So earlier it was 7.55, 7.55. Yeah, to 7.55. So it is a huge change within a 3 step. So this this is the asymmetric waveguide description. So we have just analyzed the symmetry and asymmetric waveguide. So thank you. Let me know if you have some doubt.